What's up, sitters? This is Bradford Douglas along with Joey Edge.
Sitters, what's good?
And Chris Martinez.
What's happening, man?
With producer Rolf, and we are Front Porch Sitting. And hey, guys, what's up?
You see it, Bradford. You see it. Another beautiful Wednesday night. Nice, cool fall air out there.
Starting to happen.
Starting to happen a little bit. Starting to get a little football weather.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But yeah, other than that, it's been a good day. I love Wednesdays. Wednesday's my favorite day of the week. Tuesday's my least favorite. Hate Tuesdays. Love freaking Wednesdays, man.
I'm with it.
Love them.
With it. How are you doing, B?
I'm good. I'm with Joey. Wednesday's a really great day because then you just get through tonight. Got the podcast to keep me going, and then Thursday's my I'm almost to Friday, and just Wednesdays are solid for me. I love Wednesdays.
Yeah. What do we call Thursday on the front porch?
Friday Junior.
Friday Junior, baby.
Friday Junior.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Y'all saved me because I was drawing a blank. Yeah.
How are you? Do y'all have homecoming?
We do. It's homecoming week.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing for our coach, right? Because it's a lot of stuff going on.
100%.
You know, kids focus is a lot of different places. You know, you don't get to do homecoming so often. But we still have a football game to play, so we got to make sure we're prepared with that. But yeah, we do. We have Dixie County coming to town for homecoming. It'll be a cool environment. Union County does homecoming kind of like Columbia. It's like a 2-week thing. It's a big deal. Really, really big deal. Really big deal.
Columbia's in week one of the 2-week homecoming right now.
Yep. Shout out.
So
who's their week one opponent, Joey?
That's not really relevant.
I know. I'm saying who they got this week.
They play Orange Park this week.
Okay.
But it's at Ridgeview.
That's weird.
I guess Orange Park's having some stuff done in their stadium or something. I don't know. Both teams thankfully had a bye this week, so it made it easy to move the Hurricane game.
Yeah. Cool. Hey, sitters, if you're listening in the podcast, make sure you at some point decide to hop over and subscribe. If you're in the chat, like it real quick at the bottom. That'd be cool. Also, if you could just go ahead and text a buddy, tell him to hop in. Let's do that. Let's do that immediately.
Well, so football this week, homecoming, big week. We had a big week of football last weekend, but before we get into that, let's go ahead and talk about JW Weaponry. They are the premier gun store in the South, and they are always loaded. Go see those guys, and especially this week. John is probably not stressed at all. Homecoming is an easy thing for John. He will love all of your questions.
What's the number, Joey?
386-243-8587 is the number to JW Weaponry. Give them a call. Tell them the front porch sent you. Tell John the front porch sent you. Get your 5% off of whatever he decides to give it off.
Yeah, it's definitely a big week of football. We'll talk some Florida, probably more of a preview, not so much of a review. We will review Florida State Wake. We will talk about preview Florida State NC State. It's a big week for Florida State. We'll talk about it. You know what had a big week?
Tell me.
Me.
You had a big week?
In the pick'em, made up some ground in the freaking pick'em, baby. I made up some ground. Tyler, show them the numbers, please. There they are. It's so beautiful. So I went 4-0 last week, bringing my overall record to 11-9. Bradford went 1-3.
Oof, that's a rough week.
Loser.
Yeah.
What an idiot. Brings his record to 11-9 as well. And then we have Joey. You also went, 3-1?
3-1.
Big week.
Big week for me to close some ground.
It was moving week. for us.
That's right.
We're covering some ground here. But Joey is now at 9-11. It's tightened up a little bit.
9-11, baby.
You know, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
You can't get out of the gates early and then end early.
You can't jump out early. Mm-mm. You know, can't get up early. Too quick.
Had to throw a few to let you guys back in.
Oh, is that what you did?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Hey, Joey, what games do we have this week?
This week we have Florida State and NC State.
Yep.
NC State, I'm not on my app right now because I'm bad at this.
It's right there on the screen there.
Sure is. NC State is a 3.5-point favorite. Thanks, Tyler, for being the greatest producer of all time. Missouri at Florida. Florida is an 11-point favorite at home. I don't understand it. Tennessee at LSU. LSU is a 3-point dog at home. And then North Carolina at Miami. Miami is -3.5 at home. So that's the 4 games we're picking this week.
You want to start with Florida State, NC State, and I'll wait for mine?
Yeah, we can. Brad, go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna have to do what I don't want to do, but this is the one that when we did our looks at the season before it began, this is the first one that I really was worried about with North Carolina State. I believe I gave us a 40% chance of winning it, and I'm gonna have to go with North Carolina State on this week.
I don't love it. I don't love it, Brad.
No,
I don't love it.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait, Joey.
Yeah, I don't love your pick.
why is it? Because that's your pick?
No, it's not my pick.
Oh,
I'm going with the Noles in a close one. Close. I think I just we'll talk about it a little bit later, but I like the Noles this week. Chris has alluded to it all year about the running quarterbacks. Leary's not quite the running threat. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of where NC State is as an offense right now. So
okay. Well, I hope I take an L on that one, but we'll see.
Yeah, next game is Missouri at Florida. Florida is 11-point favorites here. Brad, you just went first?
Yeah, but I don't mind going
All right,
again.
because Joey's going to hold his.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and take Missouri with the points. 11 is just a lot of points, and Missouri played Georgia really, really well last week. So I'm going to go with Missouri.
And that's why they'll lose by 11 in the Swamp. They gave Georgia everything they could, right? And they played a pretty clean game, and it wasn't enough. I think they'll be deflated. I think Florida had a great showing exactly how you wanted that game to go. I think Florida's hot. Florida will cover 11.
Next game is Tennessee -3 at LSU.
You're up, and I'll go first on the next one.
Okay. The line to me in this game is extremely weird. I don't think that LSU is very good. I don't think – and the game's at noon. So it's not like it's a night game at LSU.
So you think the number should be more?
I think the number should be more. I think Tennessee should be getting more, so which tells me that Vegas knows more than me. So give me the Tigers. Go Tigers.
He went such the opposite direction like the whole time. I just knew he was taking Tennessee.
Same.
I'll go. I'm also going to go with the LSU Tigers +3 at home. I think they're better than what Joey thinks.
I'm not doing it. Give me Tennessee for our guy Lance Straudy. And honestly, I don't think LSU's back end can hold up against Tennessee's offense. I think Tennessee will score as much as frequently as they want.
In theory, I think so. That's why the line is so weird to me.
And Jaden Daniel to me is not that good
at all.
So Tennessee's defense is good enough. So give me kind of weird, but yeah, give me it. The number should be more.
What would you put that number at?
6.5, 7?
I think I would go 8.5, 9, maybe even 10.
Oh, then why'd you take LSU?
Because Vegas is smarter than me. Always.
Okay.
They know more than me at all points in life.
Yeah. Okay.
First of all, they travel time, so they have to know more than me.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, give me Tennessee. Let's move it on. North Carolina is at Miami, and Miami is 3.5-point favorites. I mean, there'll be 15 people at that game, so the home field advantage is huge. You know, North Carolina's terrible though, so give me I can't do it. Give me North Carolina. I will not root for Miami. I cannot root for Miami. Yeah, give me Tar Heels and 85-year-old Mac Brown.
Make it a double.
Triple. I have to. I just hate Miami.
So you just ensured a Miami win right here. Damn it,
Sorry,
Bradford.
guys. Sitters, if Miami wins, that one's on me.
That's fine.
100% it's on you. What do you mean if they win? Now that's a guarantee. Guys in the comments and all of you listening, go put money on Miami now. It's a done deal.
It is. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great.
Yeah.
So I didn't write these down this week. That's my fault.
That's okay. We can go back and listen.
Yeah, that's on me.
Where did you want to go next with this thing, Joey? Did you want to tell more people that just joined the chat to go ahead and like and make sure they're subscribed?
I do want to tell the people that just joined the chat, go like, make sure you're subscribed. What would be great is if you texted the link right now to a friend and said, hey,
Dude,
check out my guys.
That would be awesome.
That'd be fun.
That would be really, really cool if you did that. I would love you forever. We already do, but further. Do you want to go with Florida State first?
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Does a straw have one hole or two? Two holes.
Oh, that was my question. Thanks for asking that.
You're welcome. I figured I'd help.
Does a straw have one hole or two holes? Dude, I think it has two. Actually, no, it doesn't. It has one. It's a one long hole. What do you think?
Well, you just talked yourself out of one answer to another answer.
Oh, wait, you can convince
and
me.
it was your question.
I know. I've been thinking about this for way too long. Like literally since Thursday.
Brad, you tell me.
It's one.
It's one hole.
Yes.
One long hole.
One long hole.
It's one long hole. I can see through it.
Well, that's
Can't be two holes, right?
But you put one hole in the drink and then you drink out of the other hole. Dude, I'm telling you, I don't. There's answer. Like I need someone to help me out here.
I don't know.
Ross says one hole, so I'm going to go with Ross.
Hey, shout out Gamble. Gamble's back. Big
Hey, Kyle Gamble. Yeah.
What is Curtis? Curtis Mesnar? What do you think? One hole, two hole? How many holes does a straw have? I need to know. We can move on off this. You podcast listeners only. We still love you too, but you're missing a lot of fun. Let us know what you think. One hole or two hole? I'm sure. Marty says two.
Brad says no holes.
One long hole.
Would be a great album name.
It really would, actually, though.
All right, so just for the record, Joe, you're at one hole.
I am at one hole.
Brad?
One hole.
Can I also, just a side note, because
Trey Lee, so smart. He's a teacher. 2 holes. See, I love this.
Hunter says one. I'm with Hunter. I'm with myself. I'm with Tyler. Tyler is smart.
That was
smart. One.
Oh my gosh! So Charlie Cowan, shout out Charlie.
Charlie's one of the people. Yeah, Charlie's one of the smarter people I know.
Arguably one of the smartest ones in the chat, probably.
Marty said it's just a straw.
Marty says, "Let's get the show going, boys."
Yeah, that was his way of saying, "Let's just shut the hell up."
Yeah, Charlie. I'm with Charlie now.
Charlie says you could close one and one is still open. 2 holes. Yep, case closed. Let's move it on.
Yeah.
You want to go Florida State review of Wake?
Yes.
Okay, I think so.
Yeah, let's do that.
Did you watch the game? Ugh. See that cool new graphic we have? Bad week for it. Bad week for it.
Yeah, I did watch most.
Okay, I got to go to it.
Yeah, you did.
Really freaking fun time though. So even though they lost, like it was perfect weather in Tallahassee. It was busy, but not like too busy. It was fun. It was a 3:30 kick, so kind of like best case scenario. You don't have to leave super early. You don't get home super, super late. We had shade for like 3/4 of the game.
That helps.
Yeah, so it was
especially with a pregnant wife.
Yes, that's important. She's a trooper though. But yes, it was fun. It was fun until he kicked it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you want me to say.
I know.
Well, it was fun for the first half of the first quarter because they scored first and things looked really good on that first drive.
The first drive, yeah, it was good.
Came out and got a stop, right? And then scored. Right?
Did they? No.
They got the ball first.
They got the ball first. Okay, yep, you're right.
We
did come out and score very quickly, though.
Why? You don't what, Chris?
We don't stop people.
That doesn't happen?
No, sir. That's not what we do.
That's not great.
So basically, like my biggest takeaway, I think, like we'll do like a quick synopsis of it, like overall, and then we can kind of dive into it a little bit.
Right.
I think ultimately it comes into Wake as a veteran team. Let me ask you a question, Joey, because you watched it, and then I'll talk a little bit about it. Did Wake win the game, or did Florida State lose the game?
Wake wins games by not losing games.
That's exactly what I was going. I love that you said that, and we didn't talk about that. That's not in the show notes. But like, the reason I agree with that is because like they're so old and mature and intelligent people at Wake, like 5th and 6th year guys. I think they have like 30 or more.
Right.
So they're not going to beat themselves. And Florida State desperately needed them to beat themselves in some areas, and they just didn't do it. They're not going to do it. That's why they win games. That's why they took Clemson to 2 overtimes. Like that's why they're pretty good. I don't know. I think a lot of times, Joey, we blame coaches because it's easy, and they're the ones that make the millions.
Right.
So ultimately, it does fall on them.
Of course.
But I think there was times in that game where people, like defenders are in place to make tackles. Offensive linemen are there to block people, right? I mean, and they're just getting whooped. So you can only coach so much, and I don't necessarily know how you coach around it. You know, so just for like reference here, not an excuse, just conversation. Florida State loses their starting center before a game is played.
Right.
They lose their right tackle before LSU is played. The left tackle didn't play. So the 3 best linemen aren't playing. The interior dominant one, Fabian Lovett, probably a 1st or 2nd rounder, didn't play. Hasn't played since LSU.
Right.
Kind of a big deal. Jared Verse, he was in McShay's first NFL draft projection, 29.
I saw him higher than that recently.
Really?
Yeah, CBS I think had him at like 21.
Right. So like
Maybe even lower than that. Might have been 18.
He's rocketing up the boards. He played 17 snaps.
Right.
You desperately need those guys to be disruptive up
Yeah.
front. You didn't have them. Tatum Bethune is hurt. He's got a shoulder thing going on. He's playing through it. I think guys are in position to make plays. They're just not making plays consistently enough to get off the field. What I will say, as far as, because I'm going to start with the defense. I'm always going to start with the defense. If there's a comment, y'all make sure we come back and address it. Not right now.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, no.
Well,
There's not.
Okay. Like Wake Forest on offense, they were 14 of 18 on third down conversions. Third and fourth down, they were 3 of 3 on fourth down. Like
yeah.
14 of 18
When you don't get off the field,
yeah,
it's hard to win.
You have to cover better. Like they're just running like option routes, getting open. They're riding the mesh. Sam Hartman's really good riding the mesh down. I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough. Like they held Sam Hartman under 250 yards, 31 points, the lowest point total on the year for Wake Forest.
Okay.
I think the lowest yards per play lower than Clemson yards per play. Florida State's only given up one pass over 30 yards this entire year.
I saw that.
Which is number 1 in the nation on explosive plays.
Yep.
But they can't be so conservative that we just let people just drive football down the field without very much resistance.
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously I can keep talking if you guys would like. I don't know, man. It's frustrating on defense. I thought defense played probably as good as they can. They're limited. I think they're just limited. I don't think they're a great unit. I think Adam Fuller was probably a little too conservative. He kind of got a little aggressive when they were down 21 in the second half, and then kind of started making some things happen.
Yeah.
I need to address one thing. So a lot of people will say like attack the mesh.
Yeah.
Right? Like you hear that because it is very unique.
So glad you're talking about this.
It's a slow mesh. Me and Coach Reed were talking about it. He texts all of us the same thing.
Right.
I didn't get it till like days later because it's cell phone service. But when you attack the mesh is like when they're not blocking you.
Right.
Right? When you have a choice to attack the mesh, right? They're reading you. So it's like, it's called surf it. Like, do you like slow play it, make the quarterback give it, or do you attack the mesh and try and be disruptive?
Exactly, yeah.
That's when you're unblocked.
Right.
What Wake Forest does, which makes them so unique and different than anyone else, is they block everyone and they just ride the mesh down into the line of scrimmage. So what happens is if linemen attack it and get vertical or get out of their gap and lose a lane integrity, then they can just give it and now you're getting gashed because you're not where you should be. Or if you attack it with the second level defenders, linebackers or safeties, and you're bringing pressure, well, they're riding the mesh. Sam Hartman sees the pressure coming and he throws it where you're not.
But it's still an RPO.
Yeah, of course. He's reading it all the way down to the last scrimmage.
Right.
But this thought to attack the mesh, that's not reality. It's not real. You can't do it.
Yeah.
They're blocking you.
Right.
I mean, you can try to attack. I guess you can try to attack it, but I'm pretty sure they're trying.
But they are trying to attack it. Yeah.
But there's another 300-pounder in between them going, no, you can't.
Right. But your typical read play right now in all football is you leave one guy unblocked and you read whatever he does.
He tells you what to do.
Right. But when that guy's not unblocked, he is now blocked. There's not like you said, he's not reading a player. He's reading the coverage right there. Like you said, if he crashes down, then he's hitting that little slant, little crossing route right there over the top. Yeah. Or if the safety crashes, he can. I'm sure they have a go ball too.
No, they have. It's leveled. It's layered. Right.
Exactly.
So that's silly. That's not like you cannot do that.
Not with this.
It sounds good.
No, and in a lot of cases you can do that.
In the majority of offenses, you can, but not. That's what makes them so unique.
Right.
Like Clemson has arguably the best defensive line in the country, and they got 50-something hung on them, 49 hung on them. You don't think they were trying to attack the mesh?
Trying.
That's not how this works.
Yeah, you just can't. And not against them.
No. So I think the game plan was okay if the offense is scoring. I think this game came down to the offense had to outscore Wake Forest. When you go into it, you know, like you're going to have to score more than 31.
I agree.
Like, I mean, I did. That's what I was thinking. I think I maybe said that. I was like, I don't know that we can do it.
Yeah.
I don't think we can stop them. That's what I said. And we didn't.
And
the only hope for Florida State to win that game, in my opinion, was to outscore them. And so you score one touchdown in the first half, and that's it. That's not gonna get done. So for me, like the fault falls on the offense. Joey, I think it was just too big for them. I think the pressure built a little bit. I think they were 4-0. It's been a really, really long time since they've been 4-0.
A lot of momentum.
Yeah, it's
a lot of publicity, a lot of media talk. I'm sure a lot of talk around campus, a lot of talk in that locker room about, hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was just a little bit. I think it was. I don't know that they were necessarily ready for that level of success that quick.
Right.
I think it was evident, and I don't think they're healthy, and so that hurts.
And yeah, that's a double negative. We can't have both of those situations.
No, and we said it. I said it at the beginning of the year. I said Florida State's starting group is pretty good. I think they're good enough to be competitive. I think the issue is if they sustain an injury or 2 or 5, in this case, like 6 or so, there's a bunch that are banged up. The depth there is still not right. It's going to take a while for that to be right. The drop-off from starter to backup is huge.
It is.
And it showed.
Right.
I mean, and I don't think Wake's a bad team. I think Wake's a good team.
Yeah, and it's not just the guys that didn't play, but guys like Jordan Travis. You told me he's not healthy, like not 100%. I mean, he's healthy enough to play, but you can see there were no designed runs for him, and that's a big thing with him. He's dynamic when he plays, when he's 100%. That opens up a whole new field for Florida State, I think. And not to say that would have made the biggest difference, but I mean, I think it's a bit closer if he's healthy, or maybe they stay on the field in a couple of drives a little longer.
Right. Give your defense a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
No, I agree with obviously both of you guys.
Hunter has a decent question that's relatively relevant.
Yeah.
Oh, and my dad, too, with the kicker. I want to get to that.
No, that's going to get brought up
next
here in just a minute.
Hunter's question was, how was Wake Forest able to cut FSU with the delayed draw they kept running? So, like, delayed draws is not so much a draw, Hunter. It's more of just like a slow mesh that it looks like a draw because it's being ridden down, like, all the way to the line of scrimmage. Yeah. What happens is defenders either get knocked out of their lane or knocked out of their gap, or they're being they're slanting out or whatever. They're not being disciplined in their rush lanes. Right. And so then creases happen. And so then the back is so patient. He's seeing it all really, really slow happen, and he makes his decision. So it looks like it's a delayed draw, which in a sense it is a delayed run. It just waits for somebody to be undisciplined, get out of their gap.
Then you go from there.
And then you get gashed.
Right.
And so also that's taking a long time, which now the back end guys are having to cover for longer. So it's a nightmare for defense. It is. I'm not going to lie and say that's easy. That's why they score 40-something points every single game.
It's really interesting. Like the whole dynamic of the offense is really interesting to me. And at first, like 3 years ago, maybe when we first saw it, it was
they weren't as good at it.
No, they weren't as good at it. And I was like, I didn't understand it at the time. I couldn't figure out what they were doing, but they've kind of perfected it right now.
Oh no, there's no kind of, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like I don't know that when they lose Sam Hartman in the back, I don't know. The back it's okay. It's still different for them to be like that type of patient. But yeah, I have to have a.
Well, they've lost a couple of backs already.
Yeah, but yeah, and that's why I kind of amended that. Like, but Sam Hartman is the one that makes that thing go.
Agreed.
And so when he's gone, I don't.
I mean,
it won't be as
good. The kid that took over from they played well, but it was against me and you and
it's
Brad
different. He's not Sam Hartman. But the kicking game, good God, kicking game. Brad, you want to tell the people what we saw during halftime?
So both of Florida State's kickers were getting up there, and they're both just kicking field goal after field goal, and they're just missing. Everything's a miss. Like, I mean, I'm not kidding. Both of them miss. Like, we literally counted, maybe 2 makes. And
I quit watching. My eyes started bleeding.
No, it was bad. Like, I was just like, okay, the halftime needs to be over now, because at one point I counted it was 7 misses in a row between the two of them.
Golly.
And so, so it's on air. Like, it's teed up. There's no rush. There's no time. It's on air.
And there's bad misses too. I mean, there was some that were not hitting the net. Like, they were catching them in the stands where we were sitting.
There was a couple like that, but you can't miss kicks. Here's what's shocking to me, and I don't want to spend a ton of time on it. And we need to get to Florida as well. So we'll go Florida, then we'll come back and review Florida State.
Preview Florida State, yeah.
I'm sorry, Preview.
Yeah,
Ryan Fitzgerald was 10 of 13 on field goals last year.
Right. It's not like he can't do it.
No, he made field goals. It's unbelievable to me.
So it's mental, right?
Yeah. So we text your brother,
right?
And I'm not going to say who else he talked to because I didn't get his permission to. But another very good kicker,
right?
And they were there was a clip of him, and my dad said the same thing. He just has no confidence. My dad kicked a Tulane, so he's he knows too. But
right.
He has no confidence. Like, he has the yips. Like, it's you see Chuck Knobloch and those guys that can't throw the ball from second base to first base. All of a sudden, they've been throwing the baseball their entire life.
Right. John Lester couldn't throw it from the mound to first base for some reason.
Yeah.
He had to roll it over there.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And so it's happened. And so I don't know how I don't know, man. I do not know how that happens. I don't know how that happens, and I don't know how you fix it. The bigger issue is
I know how it happens. I don't know how you fix it.
Yeah,
like you miss one or two that get your confidence shaken, and then it goes south from there. I get that. Like golf is kind of similar. You hit a bad shot, you hit a shank or whatever.
Then you're in your head.
And then it's in your head, and then that's what you think about. And so like I get how it happens, and I have no idea how to fix that at that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's not an ideal situation.
Yeah. That's tough. Really, really tough. I don't know how you fix it. I really don't. I think you have to. Honest to God, Joey, I think you obviously have to recruit to fix it, but they can't do that right now. I think you literally have to like call plays with the understanding that like we're probably going to be going for it on 4th down.
You almost have to, unless it's 3rd and 5 and you get sacked and it's 4th and 15.
And then maybe we throw it up or punt.
Maybe
punt from the 28.
Well, yeah. I mean, no. Then you're just throwing the ball in the end zone.
That's true.
Worst case, what happens? You're going to let them kick it, and they're going to get the ball from there anyways.
Yeah.
Throw it up so you can get a PI.
True.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, Trey Lee wanted to know why more teams don't run a mesh like Wake Forest.
Same reason most teams don't run triple option.
Yeah,
you build and recruit to that.
It takes time to implement that,
and it takes game reps to perfect it.
Right.
And so unless you're and you're all in on it, and you have to be all in on it. You can't. It's not something that you can just go to.
Right.
Like it isn't like, hey, we're going to try and run a little wing tee and then power read here out of shotgun. Like you can't just go back and forth.
Right, and it's not something that has been done a lot, and so there's not a whole lot of film on it, and so you almost have to come up with a whole new offense. And it's not something like in today's game, if you don't win, you're out. Now, I mean, ask Paul Chris at Wisconsin, right?
Oh yeah, we meant to talk about that. We will talk about it.
Yeah, we'll get to him in a little bit too, but like winning is everything. And so if you're saying, well, I'm going to try to perfect this offense, but then the offense isn't perfect. And you go, 3 and 9.
Yeah, getting booed in your own stadium. This stupid mess. They're trying to be like Dave Clawson in Wake Forest, and you don't have a Sam Hartman who can diagnose stuff quick, like quick decisions. Because those guys are on you in a hurry, man. Like, I don't know. But that's the reason why Trey. I think A, people don't know a lot about it, and then B, it's not something that you put in overnight. It has to be repped, and then game repped. So, but yeah, I think my dad said to shout out to Pops being in the chat, but he said make a couple kicks, get his confidence back. Yeah, I mean that's going to happen. Mike Norvell's done everything he possibly can to instill confidence in him. He's still our guy, still our guy. I think because he knows that's his only choice. There's nobody else.
No, yeah.
And you can't lay the guy. You can't do that. You can't just absolutely kill the guy in the media. He's but
44% and not. I mean, it's not like he's missing 57 yarders.
He missed a 55-yarder, but yeah, no,
he also missed a 28-yarder.
The one before half was 28.
Yeah.
So that's just inexcusable.
And
man.
an extra point, I think.
Yeah, no,
maybe not.
They went for two. They went for two, but he has missed extra points.
Yeah, not this week, but I'm pretty sure he's missed an extra point.
He did miss an extra point the week prior. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Florida State was so bad at kicking in like the 80s and sometimes like in the 90s in certain games, but for a long stretch there, we had like kicker after kicker after kicker that like made kicks.
Right.
And we had the Aguayo brothers, and then you had Dustin Hopkins and Graham Gannett. I mean, there's tons of them. And now it's like, ooh, this is tough. This is really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to go to Florida here, or
yeah.
what? Or what? Where do you want to go? I said I was going to drive the show, but you can.
No, it's okay. We'll go to Florida preview. We'll kind of throw a review in of Eastern Washington. There's not much to talk about, but there was some things of note. So we'll do a little bit of that. But before we do that, we'll talk about Josh's Barbershop. Best cuts in town, guaranteed. Love Josh. Love the shop. Actually, went there last Thursday. Thanks, Josh. Went there last Thursday, and my man Curtis Mesnard was in there.
Yep.
And yeah, we had a good time. I had a good time talking to him, hanging out. First time I've really got to hang out with him. He's a cool cat. So we had a good time. Always a good time at Josh's Barbershop. Give him a call, or actually I lied. Don't call him. Text him. Text him at 247-1430-386. 247-1430. Best cuts in town. Brad confirms. Chris confirms. I confirm. That's all that matters.
Absolutely.
Yep. Quite a few in the chat too. They go there.
I know Trey Lee goes there as well.
So, Florida, Missouri at home.
Yeah.
Florida's 11-point favorite. What Joey is the key for, in your opinion? Did you want to review the Eastern Washington game?
We can. Not really much to talk about other than the young guys. I thought the young guys. There was a few young guys that played. Miguel Mitchell, safety. I thought he flew all over the field a little bit, which not many people talked about. He didn't make a whole lot of tackles, but he he was around the ball a lot.
Okay.
So I thought that was big for him. I noticed he's on the depth chart this week, so that's a plus. That's really about it.
Did they stay healthy?
Yeah, they stayed healthy for the most part. I know it was a little scare with Anthony Richardson, but he's fine. Jalen Kitna coming in and throwing the ball well was, I think, a nice little sigh of relief for coaching staff, players, Gator Nation. Like, I think everybody looked at that and was like, okay, if something does happen to AR, it's not gonna be the worst thing in the world. It may not be good because Eastern Washington's not quite a powerhouse yet, but he has the ability to throw the ball forward. So.
Well,
that's a plus.
That's a benefit. Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are calling for Lorenzo Lingard to get on the field, but it's just hard to get him on the field with the three bags ahead of him right now. I love the guy. We all know that, but and then like I said, just having the young offensive linemen, the young defensive linemen, the young linebackers, and then the young guys in the secondary. Kamari Wilson got his first start of his career, so little things like that I thought were big, and they all played fairly well. Nobody played poorly, so good signs for Florida there. That's really about it.
Cool. In your opinion, how does Florida attack Missouri when they have the ball? When Florida has the football, how do they attack Mizzou?
I think Anthony Richardson's got to run the ball a little bit. I think he's got to get out of the pocket and create something with his legs, and then that's going to open up the passing game for him.
Yeah,
like he threw a lot of good balls this past weekend, and I know it's Eastern Washington. I know guys are running free, but balls that he wasn't throwing good a few weeks ago, he threw well Saturday. So it's all positives. Like things are positive right now. That can change Saturday, but right now things are going in the right direction for him. So like I said, I think getting him out of the pocket, moving him around a little bit, kind of getting his legs underneath him early, letting him know, hey, it's okay to run a little. It's okay to be outside the pocket. Now go make plays like you're supposed to do, and I think we'll be fine offensively if that happens.
Gotcha. You think establish throwing a game with AR-15 and then throw?
Yeah,
or
not
throw
necessarily.
It and run it?
Not necessarily just with AR, but the running game in general. But like I said, just getting him out of the pocket, I think is going to be key for him right now.
Okay.
So yeah,
I gotcha. And then what about shout out? Brian had a good point here. Tyrone Hopper. Has actually had a pretty nice year for Mizzou.
I hated to lose him. He was one of the ones I didn't want to lose.
You liked him.
Yeah.
Defensively, I think Missouri flies around. I think they're
Yeah.
pretty damn aggressive.
They are aggressive.
I like that. I think they shocked Georgia a little bit with that. Georgia's good enough to hang on. They have absolutely freakazoids everywhere. We call those creatures. They have creatures everywhere.
They have creatures.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm interested. On the defensive side of the ball, Missouri's going to try and run the football.
They are.
I think they're going to test Florida's D-line depth a little bit and linebacker play. I think Ventrell Miller, as long as he plays, is going to be okay. But if something, if that injury, which technically really can't get worse, but does bother him to where he can't go
right
as good, I think then it gets a little bit scary.
Yeah. I know Amari Burney right now leads the SEC, or is third in the SEC in sacks.
I saw that.
He's got some decent numbers. They're quiet numbers, which is whatever. But I'm with you. Ventrell being in the game is key.
It's going to be important.
Yeah, he has to be on the field. If he's not on the field, it's a struggle. I think Jadon Hill being back helps in the passing game. I think he's probably he may be the best cover corner we got when he's healthy.
Better than Marshall?
Yeah, Jadon Hill when he's healthy is as good as he gets.
Okay.
He's really good. I don't know if he's 100% healthy just yet, but I like him being out there. That helps a lot. It kind of frees up everybody else to not have their eyes there.
Yeah.
So I think that helps.
Is Brenton Cox spill counter?
No.
Okay.
Which is going to be an issue.
I'd run it out of.
Yeah, and that's going to happen. Hopefully he learns pretty quick. Hopefully they learn pretty quick.
Yep. Well, real quick, and then unless you have anything else. The key, not Anthony Richardson for Florida on offense. What's one player, in your opinion, needs to have not a breakout game, that's so played out, but a big game?
Ricky Pearsall.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
I think Ricky Pearsall has to have a game.
Yep.
He doesn't have to, but I think he's just dynamic with the ball in his hands. He's dynamic without the ball in his hands.
He had a nice reverse.
Yeah, a little reverse for 76. Again, Eastern Washington, you have to take it with a grain of salt, but you still have to go out and make a play, and he did. But he, like I said, he's the only guy on the field, in my opinion, that's dynamic without the ball in his hand and with.
Right.
Like he can get open enough to get the ball in his hands, and that we just don't have that right now, other than him. To me, getting him the ball early and often, again, Richardson outside the pocket, him the ball, make a play. Let's go attack there.
Okay. I'm gonna say the back, Montrell Johnson.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna run the he got to run the ball. I don't know. I don't know how Missouri's gonna try and play Florida.
I'm not sure either.
I think I would try and contain 15 and make him throw the ball is what I would think.
Yeah.
I think contain him and make him complete passes down the field. Try not to give up the huge play. Make him be consistent. Have put together a 7 to 10 play drive, and if he does that, then you just say, okay, you earned it, and hopefully you can limit the possessions. What about on defense, Joey?
One key.
Yeah, one player. Not Miller. We already talked about Ventrell.
Brenton Cox.
Brenton Cox.
It has to be Brenton Cox. Like he has to. What'd you say earlier?
He's got to spill the counter or any kick out.
Yeah,
Power, it doesn't matter.
Just play a little team football.
Yeah, just play
play a little team football. That's a key. That's a key for me.
Yeah.
One, and then of course, like you said, Miller being on the field helps a lot. Brian Hill, where did that comment go? Zipper. He said key on Zipper. I still don't understand why Dante Xander starts. It's the weirdest thing in the world to me. Keon Zipper should be on the field at all times when the offense is on the field at tight end, but whatever. Also, I agree with that. He's been a good player lately when he gets the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he's made plays. Brad, what about you? You have any thoughts about the Missouri game, 11-point line before we get Joey's pick?
That's what I was about to ask you. I'll be interested to see how the Florida offense attacks the defense. I mean, because that defense, like you said earlier, was flying around with Georgia. I don't know if they'll carry any of that momentum with them. Do they say we just played the best team in the country and come out and try to throw a haymaker, or do they lay down? I'd like to see a good game. I mean, I think it'll be a good game.
Okay.
Yeah. So my thought is, I'm with Chris in a way. I think that I think it's easy to, and I know there's certain people out there that don't like the letdown game because they don't think it's real. Like you don't go into a game thinking, oh, well, we just played the best team in the country and we played them well, so we're gonna go in. No, but your mentality can't stay that sharp at all times. It can't.
Yeah.
Like it just can't. It's not possible.
I agree. Should it be that way? No, that's not what we're saying.
Right.
Does it happen? Yes, it's inevitable.
It is inevitable.
18 to 22-year-old kids.
Right.
Their minds
even in the
always.
NFL, like there's certain teams that are better than other teams that they lose to.
Yeah.
It's
called
just
upsets.
It's just the way it happens.
Play better sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't have your best game, and that can be for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
So, with all that said, I 11's such a good number. Oh man,
that's a really great number.
It is, because I think it's right there. I think it's a 10 to 14 point game. 11's a good number. I'm gonna go with Missouri because 11's just a lot to me for Florida right now.
Smart, Joey.
I don't think, like, Florida played Tennessee. Okay, they played pretty good against Tennessee, but the game shouldn't have been a 5-point game late. Like, that shouldn't have happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you're on Missouri here?
I think a little smoke and mirrors for Florida. I think that a little confidence against Eastern Washington was good, but like I said, I think it's more smoke and mirrors right now. So yeah, I'm going to go with Missouri plus 11.
Okay, cool. Did we want to go to Brad? What do we have next? Is it Florida State? Is there something before that? Oh, we do have a cool segment while they're deciding where we're going to go next. We do have a buy or sell segment. It'll be there in a minute. We're going to do that fantasy football buy or sell. Shout out to Rolf, best in the freaking business.
It's not even that close.
It's not.
So good.
What are we doing, Joey? What we got?
Let's go FSU preview here.
Okay.
Of NC State.
Yeah.
So let you deep dive into that a touch, and we'll feed some questions to you here and there.
Yeah.
You have some brief overall synopsis of what you think may happen, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, I think I've said it. I don't know if I said it on here, if I said it off there, or if I've said it before. So if I did say it, I'm just going to go ahead and say it again. I think NC State, offensively, I think their coach hinders them. I think Devin Leary is really, really good. I think he'll probably be a first-round draft quarterback. Quarterbacks always get reached for. I'm not necessarily saying he's a first-round talent. I said I think he'll be drafted in the first round.
I don't.
Somebody will. They'll reach for him. We'll make a friendly wager on this. What do you want? What do you want to bet?
We'll figure it out off air. But
No, some type of beverage of the other one's choice.
Okay.
6 of them.
Or 12.
12, 25 if you want. 24. 4 plus 1.
Yeah.
6. He'll be a first round quarterback. Anyways, with that being said, I think his coach hinders him. I don't think they put him in good situations.
I agree with that.
I also don't think they turn him loose enough.
Agree with that too.
But the flip side of that coin is on defense, I think they overachieve. I think they're better. They're better. Yeah, for real. Y'all get Clayton in here because he has something to answer for. We have Rolf has something special for him too. So get Clayton in here and we'll get to that in a minute. But defensively, they overachieve. NC State on rush defense. Joey, would you like to know where they're at without looking in the show notes since I already put it in there?
I would like to know.
8
Over in the country?
in the country
Overall.
on rush defense.
Okay.
Stopping the run. 8th. Oh my God. People don't think about that though. And then so you're like, okay, cool. Not gonna be able to run the ball on them. Florida State has Jordan Travis, who's been a better passer, and they got the receivers that have, according to PFF, are pretty highly ranked group as a unit.
Right.
Which they showed that again against Wake. Micah Pittman had a huge game. So you can throw the ball. Well, they're 17th in the country in stopping the pass. So you're looking at a
Pretty
top,
good defense.
yeah, top 12, top
So
15.
you're saying we're gonna have to kick?
No, because I think they'll score enough. No, you're looking at a very sound, very good defense. And so I think that poses some problems. I think Florida State's athletic enough, Joey. I think they're going to have to turn Jordan Travis loose a little bit.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd like to see some new bodies on the offensive line. Jasmine Turrentine kid, the right tackle, which is basically a backup. He got benched on a really bad South Carolina offensive line last year. Really, really bad PFF numbers last year. Really, really bad PFF numbers here as of late.
Yeah.
He's a guard. He's like 6'7". He's huge, but he's not great. He's making big dumb mistakes. I'd rather see the Julian Armella, the freshman. If we're gonna make mistakes, let's learn with the young. Let's make young mistakes.
Yeah.
Not lack of focus mistakes.
Yeah.
Lack of effort or ability mistakes. I can't stand those. So I think they're gonna have to. It's gonna be on 13's back. Ultimately, they're gonna have to. And like Brad had a good point earlier, he's not healthy, so he's not running as much. Well, he better get healthy. He better get healthy if they want to beat NC State because they're gonna have to outscore them. I think defensively, I don't think they'll give up 30, but they gotta find a way to shorten the game and to make something happen on explosive plays on offense. I don't think they're going to drive the ball on that unit.
Yeah. Brad, you got anything?
They need to throw to Johnny Wilson a lot because every time they go to him, good things happen. Me and Chris were watching in the Wake Forest game, and it just seemed, I mean, at the end, they're kind of playing soft coverage, but it's just Johnny Wilson's such a big target. I just would love to see them get more targets.
Yeah, I think the guy can place it against Wake. I thought it would be easy. I think they kind of took their foot off the gas. They did march down the field in like 6 plays against the first drive,
right.
and maybe I guess I don't know. But I think they've got to try. So here's an interesting stat, and then I'll give you guys my pick. An interesting stat is Florida State defensively is like last in the bottom 10 in the nation in red zone defense. So essentially, once you cross the 40 for them, basically, you're getting a touchdown. Not field goals, touchdowns.
Tutties.
Yeah, 126 in the nation in red zone defense. The silver lining here is NC State is like 115th in red zone offense.
Yeah,
something's got to give. They both suck. They both suck at that. So I think maybe that's a place where Florida State can like separate a little bit. Jared Verse is supposed to be a go. That'll be huge.
That would be
in
big.
His 17 snaps, he had like 2.5 tackles for loss and 2 sacks. That's absolutely absurd stuff. That's why he's a first rounder. Like we won't have him next year.
No, you won't.
So, but yeah, man, I just don't have a lot of confidence. Raleigh at night is tough. We don't play well there ever.
Many do.
And at night that place is raucous. It's kind of crazy. So I'm gonna go. I think the number's too small. I'm gonna go, but I'm definitely gonna take it at, what is it, 3.5?
Yeah,
they'll cover. I hate that, but they'll cover. Florida State fans, like, sky's falling, coming soon. Like on Saturday night, midnight, Twitter will be stupid. Sunday morning, it'll be dumb. It'll be 4-2. Chance
with Clemson on deck.
Clemson on deck. A chance maybe to knock Clemson off at home. It'll be a night game. I think 4-3 right now. I'm always a negative Florida State fan. I'm not. I'm just realistic. Like, if they were healthy, I think it'd be different. They're just not healthy, and they don't have the depth right now to do it. In my opinion, so give me the Wolf Pack to cover at home.
I'm with it. I like it. I was gonna talk about Dabo since you said Clemson, but I'm gonna wait till next week.
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah, we're gonna wait till next week because whatever. What's next?
I don't know. I think that pretty much does it for the Florida State side of things. What else we got, Brad?
We're going to talk about Aaron Judge in a minute. Do you want to go ahead and talk about Bryan Sports first, though?
Yeah, we can talk about Bryan Sports, the best sporting goods store in Lake City, Florida, for sure. They'll do anything that you need them to do for your sporting good needs. They'll order bats, gloves, cleats, anything. And if you mention the front porch, you get 10% off. So that's always a plus. Give him a call, 755-0570. If Brock answers the phone, talk to him for like 15 minutes. He loves being on the phone about as much as John Woodley. So make sure that happens. But, yeah, great prices, great people. Go see Bryan at Bryan Sports.
Absolutely. So Aaron Judge having a historic season, hit number 62 the other night. Really, in our show note, it actually says it's the best season ever. I feel like all three of my baseball guys at the table are going to disagree that it is not. But for me, and the 3 years that I've been watching baseball, it's the best of the three that I've seen.
Yeah. So for you, Aaron Judge's season is the best of all time?
With my very limited baseball knowledge, yes, it's the best I've ever seen.
Yeah. Chris?
No.
Which one's better? Barry?
Yeah.
73?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it bother you that Barry had the cloud of steroids and Judge doesn't? Does that play into any kind of effect for you?
Can you zoom in on my face? No.
Doesn't matter.
No.
So me and Tyler, we text last night a lot about this, and it doesn't for me either. And maybe it should. I don't know why it doesn't. I couldn't explain to him last night why it doesn't. It doesn't bother me. I know what I saw with Barry Bonds. Okay?
Yeah.
And I know what I saw this year with Aaron Judge. Barry Bonds' season, top to bottom, was better than Aaron Judge. I don't care about any of the other stuff that you want to talk about. Aaron Judge had more strikeouts, had much less walks. His batting average was, I think it was right at the same, actually. I think it was like 313, 314 or something like that for both. Barry Bonds' respect that he got was so much different than anything else I've seen.
I'm not going to talk about all the Barry Bonds stats, but if you're like a statnik or like want to nerd out on that stuff, go look at some of the numbers. Like Barry Bonds' numbers are I'm talking about like on-base percentage and stuff like that, like unbelievable Barry Bonds numbers. It was like crazy. You know, another not individual season, but a season that I thought was like probably my favorite baseball season I've ever watched.
98?
Yeah. Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa.
When they saved baseball?
They single-handedly saved baseball.
They did.
That was the most electric baseball sporting season that I think I've ever seen.
Anybody's ever seen.
Yeah.
They truly, like, people tuned into baseball that summer because of what they were doing. And MLB wanted that to happen.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that they didn't, like, they knew then that what McGwire was doing wasn't okay. Like it wasn't illegal at the time, but they knew it wasn't good. But they didn't care because they knew that ratings were way up here.
Yeah.
Like it was fantastic.
It was awesome.
It was the greatest baseball season of all time. It's not that close.
No, I agree. So like to say individual season, I think is like, I don't know, man. It's Aaron Judge. What he did is impressive. Like that's so impressive. Like he himself is impressive. He's a physical specimen. He's a freak show. That's incredible to do that. Like
Sherman Wells just said that made him watch baseball.
Yeah, 98. Yeah, it did everyone.
Literally, because so in the late summer, nothing's going on but baseball.
Right.
And so it's the worst time of year for sports fans. Even baseball enthusiasts by that time is like, okay, let's do something different.
Yeah.
Right. everybody watched. Like all my friends, I was, I don't know, 7th, 8th grade at the time, but like that's what we talked about the next morning at school. Hey, did you watch McGuire? Did you watch Sosa?
Because it was like back and forth, like neck and neck.
Big time.
And Tracy Brinkley kind of hit on. He said it that I wanted to say it, but I didn't say it. What he's just said in the chat was, Aaron Judge is juiced. I'm not sure that he's not. Also, I don't know. I think what he did is incredible. But it's not for me. It's not the best that I've seen.
Yeah, no, I agree with exactly that. I think it was an incredible season, especially. So here's what makes it remotely close to me. The pitchers in today's game.
That's a good point.
Is not anything like it was in the early 2000s.
That's a good point.
Everybody now throws 722 miles per hour, and all their stuff is wicked.
And it moves so much. Yeah.
Right. So that's what keeps it a conversation for me.
Yeah.
And he makes it look really easy. Aaron Judge does.
Yeah. I'm not going to dismiss it. I'm not dismissing the season at all. No means, like by no means, no way. But to say, well, it's an opinion. It's like, what do I think it's my best? No, I don't. It's not the best that I've seen.
Second best?
Maybe, but like for me,
obviously 98. Take 98 out.
If you take 98 out, because 98 is the best I've ever seen.
Not close.
Better than Barry too.
Yes.
It's probably second best. Do you want to read Tyler Kelly? Tyler Kelly had a good point in there about Pujols. Pujols had a crazy. Yeah. His was like a heck of a year.
He had a couple of good years in there.
Yeah.
Sammy Sosa had over 60, either 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
I think it was 4.
Yeah, we'll look that up. But it's awesome. I think it's good for the game. We're not going to cut to any live at bats for Aaron Judge from the show.
No, we're not.
But yeah, it's.
Did it make you watch? Did you watch? Is it like obviously?
Yeah, because
ESPN
took my eyes and did like this. Like I made me watch. No, Joey, I did not seek out Yankees games to watch him do it. I didn't, and maybe that makes me a bad baseball fan, and that's probably accurate.
To play devil's advocate too, I did read an article the other day that said it deserves a bit of an asterisk beside it because apparently it's a bit easier to hit home runs at their field. That's what they said in the article I read, and that he plays for the Yankees. That it gives him a bit of a leg up on the competition. I don't know. Tyler seems to agree, so maybe I hit on something.
Good job, Brad. Proud of you right there.
99 in Miami. That's like 107 everywhere else because nobody saw it, and the stadium's huge.
It's gigantic. It's a lot of fun too. Miami Marlins Stadium is a lot of fun.
Been there. Had
Brad,
fun.
what do they call out there and live in left field?
Home runs.
Home runs.
Yep. If they hit a home run, you get a home run, and it's awesome.
It is. I can confirm it is awesome.
That's excellent.
That's some crap. Miami's a different animal, buddy. Let me tell you what. Do you want to go to our buy or sell section here, or do we need to talk about something in between?
Let's talk about Paul Christ.
Oh yeah, because that'd be really quick.
Because I thought, hey Riley, I thought that our guy Clayton would be in here for buy or sell because it was his idea on the segment. So
we're gonna give him a little bit of credit. Riley had a similar idea since he just hopped in the chat. He did kind of mention that a while back that we should have like a buy or sell segment as well. We just put it to life.
Yeah. With a cool graphic too.
Yeah, let's talk about Paul Christ at Wisconsin real quick, and then because I gotta get this off my chest. Paul Christ at Wisconsin, and then we'll go to our buy or sell fantasy football stuff.
Si, senor.
Yeah. So first of all, Paul Christ is the head coach. He was the head coach at Wisconsin. Joey, did you know that Paul Christ is a Wisconsin alum? He lives in Madison, Wisconsin.
Yes.
He is a Madison native. 33 of his 56 years of his life in town as a Badgers quarterback or a Wisconsin coach.
How many years?
33 of 56. He is like their son, okay? He was 67 and 26 in his time at Wisconsin. Okay? He won 3 Big Ten West titles in 2 New Year's Six bowl games. He was listen to this. This is crazy to me. A 2-time Big Ten Coach of the Year. And he gets fired.
Right.
Who the hell does Wisconsin think they are?
Nebraska.
Yeah.
They think they're Nebraska now.
Paul Christ is Wisconsin's ceiling.
Yes.
That's as good as it's going to get, boys.
That's it.
That's it.
That's what you got.
That is your ceiling.
They replaced a legend
Yeah.
with another one.
Yeah. Yeah. In the middle of the year. Like,
Like
unless
Barry Alvarez was their coach for, 762 years. Had some really good years. Had a few bad ones, too. Had some really good years. Paul Chryst hasn't had many bad. Now, this one's not great. Quarterback play's also been as bad as anybody in the country at Wisconsin this year.
I agree. So here's another wild one for you, Wisconsin.
Let's do it.
Wisconsin has not been an underdog, Joey, since 2018 against Ohio State.
Run that back.
Wisconsin has not been an underdog versus anyone other than Ohio State since 2018.
That's crazy.
Tough business. And you want to fire that guy.
Are you kidding me?
They have not been an underdog versus anyone other than Ohio State in like 4 years. And he's fired. Unbelievable. Like, I just don't know who the hell they think they are. I don't know who
hero.
Hometown hero, native of the town that the university is in. Like, it's mine unless there's something else behind it. Like, I just don't know who Wisconsin thinks they are. Like, you're not Florida, you're not Michigan, you're not Ohio State, you're not USC, you're not any of these, Georgia, Alabama. Like, who? You're Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
It's freaking cold in Wisconsin. They get big, huge white linemen that are as big as semis, and every now and then they have a gigantic back, Ron Dane, Jonathan Taylor,
Monty Ball, yeah.
And they go rush for 2,000 yards. There was another one. I keep wanting to say Melvin Gordon. Like, all these running backs that they have, they rush for 3,800 yards in a year, and they're like, oh, it's not good enough. You're not good enough. It's mind-blowing to me. Sorry. I know we don't give a damn about Wisconsin, but that's just crazy to me.
It's relevant.
It's just tough business.
It's relevant. It's relevant. It's college football. We all love college football. Speaking of college football, Brian wants to know if what's the best job available right now? Colorado, Arizona State, Wisconsin, or what's the other one?
Nebraska.
Yeah.
What was the jobs?
Colorado,
Yeah.
Arizona State, Nebraska, Wisconsin. Of those four, what's the best job available?
Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's not that close to me.
No, they got Big Ten money, $100 million a year coming soon.
Yeah, and they're already ready made. They already have a decent program.
They have tradition. Like, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, yeah, you're recruiting. I don't want Colorado. No offense, Clayton. I don't know, man. It's stupid. Arizona State, cool campus. Really, really cool campus.
Where does Herbs end up?
Wisconsin?
Nah.
He's not a good fit for Wisconsin.
Nah, it's a bad fit. I think Arizona State, though. I really do.
Yeah, they got recruiting violations coming soon, so that makes sense. Yeah,
right.
I can see that.
Where does Dan Mullen end up?
No, I have no idea. Where does he end up, Joey? Wisconsin?
I feel like Wisconsin would be a great landing place.
I think
for him.
Nebraska, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I could see it. The money.
The bar. That's what Brian said.
The bar.
For Herbs.
There it is.
Good call.
Yeah, for
Good call.
Yeah, I didn't want to get on a Wisconsin tangent. I know we're all here for the Badgers, but that junk's crazy to me. It's mind-blowing. What we got?
We got buy or sell now,
You got
right?
buy or sell? Want to hit Lake City Country Club ad read real quick?
Yeah, you got it, brother.
All right,
Hit
cool.
it.
Lake City Country Club, go see him. Course is in really good shape. I actually played Thursday in the Hurricane. Me and Shane did. Beat him Thursday.
What's up with Shane? He's losing it.
He'll say he
It
beat
was
me.
windy.
He'll say he beat me Friday. He's gonna say that. But we played the same hole like 9 times, so I'm not gonna count that. And then I beat him again on Saturday. Anyways, course is really nice out at the Country Club right now. The Roundtree, you guys should definitely play in that if you got the opportunity. It's a really cool tournament, 2-day tournament, 2-day 2-man tournament, October 22nd, 23rd.
Y'all dialed in? Y'all good to go?
We're working on it.
Okay.
That's why we're playing a little bit more recently. We're trying to get each other mentally right, because physically we're usually okay. It's the mental game that the Edges struggle with.
True.
We get in our own heads a little bit. But yeah, definitely if you can play in the Roundtree, like I said, the 22nd and 23rd, you get breakfast, you get lunch, both days. So good event. Give them a call, 752-2266, and sign up and play against me and Shane. Get beat.
Do it. Real quick, Clayton's in the chat. Clayton, we have something special for you. You podcasters that are podcaster only, you got to hop in here. This is important. This is good stuff. So, Joe, you want to read that tweet I can't read it too far. Too
Double-digit home loss while being the favorite. ... Yeah.
What was the score?
31.
That
21?
did not age well, as they say.
Like milk, baby. That thing aged
I think
like milk.
he actually tweeted that after the game.
Was that? It wasn't a prediction? Tyler, that wasn't a prediction?
No, I don't think it was a prediction. I think it was a post-game comment.
Oh, shoot.
Anyways, buy or sell?
Yeah,
buy or
buy or sell.
Hey, Clayton.
Let's do Baker Mayfield, Joey. This is a tough one. Softball right off the jump.
Baker Mayfield?
Yes.
Buy all the Baker Mayfield. He's fixing to get right.
You just never know with Joey what he's going to say. Like,
He's
Sell hard.
He's fixing to get. No, there's no reason to buy him. But seriously, I think he's
Give it away.
I think he's better over the next 5 weeks than he was over the first 5.
Dude, Baker Mayfield would not sell at a yard sale in the middle of a homeless community. Nobody wants that. It's not happening.
makes great commercials, though.
Yeah, hard sell. Bro, you could put that cat in the homeless region in San Francisco, which is all of it. And they're not buying it. It's a sell. They want nothing to do with it. Make it free.
Come back to me in 6 weeks. Come back to me in 6 weeks.
Okay, here
And
you go.
Baker Mayfield, you're gonna be like, all right, he's turned it around a little. He's played pretty good.
Jesus.
So
Okay.
remind us to do this in 6 weeks so we can.
Panthers
try and
are the
hold-
worst team in the NFL.
We got
right now,
a
yes.
producer for that. On the Panthers, DJ Moore, buy or sell. A lot of sellers right now.
So I'm buying DJ Moore because of his talent. He's still one of the most talented receivers in the league.
Why is it not like just a guaranteed buy, Joey? Why are we even talking about buy or sell DJ Moore?
Because Baker's been really bad lately.
You daggum right. They can't get him the freaking ball. Freaking DJ Moore. I love him, but he is killing me. Yeah, Hunter's got us on that. Joey, who would you like to throw up for buy or sell? You guys throw us in the chat. Y'all throw us some fantasy football buy or sells, please. That would be great.
Buy or sell Joe Mixon.
Ooh, buy. That's an easy one for me. He killed me.
I think I'm selling Joe Mixon right now.
You're selling
Really? I
Joe
would
Mixon.
have to say bye.
Yeah, I think.
Joey, where are you at on that?
Where what?
On I'm sorry, Brad. Where are you at on
I would have
Joe
to say
Mixon?
bye. He's played pretty well.
So he's played
Fantasy
really
wise.
bad. He's played really bad though. That's the thing. Like his numbers are okay, but
We're talking
he's
about fantasy
played.
football.
But he's played really bad. Eventually, those numbers have to go back to earth. They have to. When you're as bad as he's been over the first 4 weeks, your numbers have to come back down. He's averaging like 2.8 yards a carry. He's been bad. He just gets the ball a lot. Eventually, Samaje Perine's going to take some carries from him. Chris Evans is going to take some targets from him. Eventually, those numbers go down. I say sell.
Brad, you got a name that you'd like to throw out there for a buy or sell?
Let me pass, and I'll think one.
Hunter said Melvin Gordon.
Now
the starting running back in Denver.
Yeah, Denver. Oh, Denver. Joey, where are you at on Melvin Gordon? Real quick. Let's rapid fire this thing.
Sell high.
I'm sell too.
Okay.
I'm selling it.
How about since I'm selling, I'm not gonna say buy or sell because it's obvious, but since I'm selling Melvin Gordon, I'm buying all of Mike Boone, every bit of Mike Boone. Mike Boone is going to be on my roster if I can have him anywhere.
Okay.
I got mine now. Dalvin Cook.
Buy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's too talented. Not
Okay,
to
I just
buy.
needed some hope. That was my number 1 overall pick, so I just needed some hope from you guys.
What about Zeke Elliott?
I'd say bye.
If I have him, I'm keeping him. If I don't, I'm not trading for him.
So you're not selling him, or you're not buying
But
him.
I'm not buying him.
You're riding that fence post.
I'm sitting right on the middle of the fence.
We don't like fence post riders.
Yeah,
you know that.
we may not, but we do. Clayton said sell Mixon. That's a good call. Allen Robinson.
Sell because
Because
Matt
Cooper Kupp?
Stafford. Yeah, Matt Stafford.
Matt Stafford's been awful. Matt Stafford, buy or sell?
What were you about to say?
He's
Matt
been
Stafford. Yeah, sell. Duh.
Does
Dude,
he-
I don't know.
But does he get better from here?
I about said something off color. No, he doesn't. I think he probably gets better. I think you have to sell, as Brian would say, sell TF out to Allen Robinson because
Ditto, bro.
yeah, I mean he stares down Cooper Kupp. If Cooper Kupp's not open, he throws it at Tyler
Yeah.
Higbee. So yeah,
I'm selling Allen Robinson. I'll buy Matt Stafford.
you'll buy Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
Is he free? If he's $1.50, yeah.
Nah, Matt Stafford's gonna have some games. He'll be fine.
He's a quarterback and him to have every game.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. There was somebody else in the chat.
Damian Pierce.
Oh, that's not a buy or sell. We're buying him. Jerry Jeudy. Buy or sell Jerry Jeudy.
Is he broken? Isn't he broken?
No, he's playing.
I thought he broke his ankle.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
So my doppelganger. Tracy Brinkley and Matt Stafford are doppelgangers.
That's true.
I'm selling Jerry Jeudy. I think he's good. I thought Russell Wilson was going to be way better than he's been.
Yeah.
You really never know what Joey's going to say.
If Judy's healthy, then I'll buy Jerry Jeudy. Brian says that he's playing, so I'll trust Brian. Yeah. I'll buy.
Me?
No. I do trust you, but I trust Brian more.
Interesting.
Yeah. Give me. I'll buy Jerry Jeudy. How about
Russell Wilson since we're there?
I have him on a fantasy team, and I'm not very happy.
I just don't think you can sell him for anything right now.
I can't sell him.
But sell for me.
Russell Wilson.
I
can't sell him. I'm with you. I'm not going to go trade for Russell Wilson, but I'm not. If he's on waivers, I'll take him.
Jonathan Taylor.
Buy because it's going to be a major discount right now. He's out this week. Like he's ruled out for Thursday Night Football, so I'll buy.
This is an easy one. It's not even really a question, but I'll tell you who's been so good for me, Jalen Hurts. So good.
Okay, so here's how this game is played. Buy or sell, Jalen Hurts.
Buy.
There you
go. So the thing with buy or sell is what is their value in terms of
you're treating this like a stock market. We all know how that's gone for us.
I've been out for about a year and a half.
Me too, and that was a year and a half too late. Thanks, Joe. Thanks a lot, Joe. It's awesome. Yeah. Loved it.
I think I would still sell Jonathan Taylor until Matt Ryan's no longer the quarterback.
Can't sell him. I can't sell Jonathan Taylor. Cannot do it. Cannot do it. I'm trying to think. Oh, how have we not done this? Kyle Pitts. Kyle freaking Pitts. First receiver since like Dick Butkus or whoever, not Dick Butkus. What's his name? Mike Ditka, I guess, to have 1,000 yards receiving as tight end in his rookie year.
Yes.
Awful. Cannot get the ball. Yeah. Buy or sell, Kyle Pitts.
It's a good time to buy.
You're saying buy the dip?
Buy the dip.
Because it's low.
Yeah. It's really low.
I'll buy. It can't be worse than my tight end.
Oh, you know what's crazy? Here's a funny story. Y'all listen to this. Fantasy footballers, y'all will love this.
Oh, man.
In this league, I'm in with Bradford, right? I also have Kyle Pitts, but you want to know who I haven't had to play, Joey? I haven't had to play Kyle Pitts. You want to know why?
Why?
Because in the preseason, Darren Waller had a Q by his name. Brad drops Darren Waller. I wake up on a Thursday morning like, why is this guy on waivers? Claim him. So I have Kyle Pitts and Darren Waller. I still suck really, really bad. But I don't
Waller's
have
been pretty bad. Darren Waller, buy or sell.
Freaking everybody gets a tight end. I want none
right there, baby.
Yeah, I'm selling Darren Waller.
Just because I already did.
No, I'm not. I'm not selling him. Well, you didn't answer Kyle Pitts. Buy or sell? Right now, one word. Buy or sell?
Buy.
Okay, Brad.
Buy.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Buy or sell the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Buy. They're off of a loss.
Buy. I love the way they're playing.
Buy. They're the division winner. I mean, like, it's not even close to me. I think
Duval.
Duval. Yeah, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are the division winners. So, yeah, there's that. Anything else? Are we good? Are we good on this?
I think we're good, man. I'm good. We're heavy buy on Duval and Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, buy. Duh.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. I don't have anything else, boys. It's been a fun one.
I think we're good.
You chatters, we love you. This has been great.
Chatters?
Dude, it says chat. It's all people in the chat. We love them. It's awesome.
We do love the chatters. All right. That's me for Night Sitters. This is Bradford Douglas along with Joey Edge and Chris Martinez with producer Rolf, and we are Front Porch Sitting. See you next time, Sitters.